Yeah, you too, Dee.
Thanks.
I sure hope this turns out well.
Hopefully.
We were lying the whole
We're
time.
ourselves again.
Oh, look at us go.
Yay.
Dee, what got you off the couch this week?
Work. I was on my way to go into work, and I had all my stuff with me, and then there was so many people on it because it was rush hour, and then it started to get hot, and I started to have a panic attack. And do you know what's the worst thing about that? Trying to get to an exit when you're having it, and you're like, this is the worst ever. So that's what I've been dealing with today. So I'm doing good. I'm here, and I'm compartmentalizing, because that's how you survive in this world.
You okay?
I actually am.
Okay.
I did it, and I'm glad that I've shoved people out of the way, because they just wouldn't fucking move. So you know what? Next time you block the doors, you're gonna get a bag in your back.
Remember to be nice to the people around you in your life.
Yay.
Yay.
But yeah, does that ever happen to you? You're just like in winter parkas, and then like you start to feel really claustrophobic because people are like this close to you, and then you're like, oh god,
It depends
just wish
on
I
what
could leave.
It depends on what's happening that day. Like if I'm sick or if something's going on.
That was my picture.
Fix it up,
Fix it down. Fix it up. Fix it down. I'm actually not good at clapping. I have very
You're not good at clapping.
Okay, see this hand. It goes in a bit. Like it goes like whoosh. So I can make this sound.
I've just figured this out. It took me a while.
Welcome back, guys. That was our musical moment. We got it back on the wall.
We got it. There it is. It's probably gonna fall again, but we'll do what we can.
But we're professionals, so we know how to deal with shit. Hey Alex, what got you off the couch this week?
Hey, I went to see John K. Samson,
Whoa.
lead singer of the Weaker Thans.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, he was at the Horseshoe Tavern. The Weaker Thans is one of those bands that like I always hear about, and every time I hear something, I love it, but I never look into for some reason.
You're just like, that's a cool song.
Yeah, so going to
Nice.
see him was really great. He's a really good writer, and just so many times I'm very emotional, so I would just be brought to tears in this sea of people. All you ever wanna do is drink and watch TV. Dee, what month is it still?
It's November. I said it wrong. I was like, mauve.
I don't think we ever decided
It's
how
all
to say
mauve.
it. It's all
all
mauve,
mauve.
which means we're talking about movies. And now, we had a lot of fun a couple of weeks ago, tearing each other's heads off over a segment called Who Wore It Better?
Who?
Who wore it better again?
That's this time with Blade Runner.
And also Blade Runner 2049.
Wow.
This is going to be really, really difficult. First impressions of just both movies. People don't know you, so what do they need to know about you
Fucking
talking about
awesome.
Blade Runner?
So I love, it's like very like that film noir detective meets like space age, and it's just like, oh yes. And like there's a great but like an idea floating around there that like Ridley Scott directed the first one. He also directed Alien, that both of those take place in the same universe, which I'm like, no, this was great.
That's pretty cool. We are pretty bad at containing spoilers, so if you don't want these spoiled, I doubt we can spoil like so much of it because both are so huge. Okay, first category, best bad guy. And this one's really fucking obvious for me.
Okay,
what do you
first
think?
of all, who do we want to say is like the bad guy?
The bad guy.
Okay, because in the first one, it's quite clearly obvious.
It's Rutger Hauer in the
Yes.
first one. And then in the second one, in 2049, it's whatever Jared Leto's character's name is.
Oh my god, I'm on the same page.
Best bad guy, Rutger Hauer.
Yes.
Yeah. And what's cool about him is that his goal is just not wanting to fucking die.
Just casual.
Yeah, you can almost be on his side. And then in 2049, you just have Jared Leto like,
Being like, I'm a billionaire.
I'm creepy. I have millions of them. That's a point that happens
Yes.
in the movie. And it's just kind of like, okay. And it just felt like they needed to have like a creepy bad guy.
They
but
just need like a creepy CEO.
there's no tears in the rain moment for him.
Don't really find him scary. Rucker Hauer, I was like, oh, like I'd be really scared to be on your bad side.
All right, which leads us to really tough category, best leading man.
Yay!
Buddy. I'm still debating. What do you think?
Okay, I'm gonna say it was Harrison Ford in the first one.
All right.
Ryan Gosling still does a great job.
He's really, really good in this.
I just think Harrison Ford does a little bit better.
Yeah, it is. Deckard is a really iconic role. And he kind of had that trifecta of like Indiana Jones, Han Solo, and Deckard.
Yeah.
And you're like, how do you top that?
Ryan Gosling, I don't think he tried to top it. He tried to make it his own, which is great.
Yeah.
Because like in no part was I comparing the two in the movie.
And they both do a great job. But yeah, it's really hard to say like. It's really
It's like
hard
just
to,
by like a smidge more.
Yeah.
Like just a like little like side glance more.
And it is kind of an appeal to tradition, but like Harrison Ford takes it. All right, next category is best atmosphere. So what I'm including in all of this is cinematography, how it looks, the world that they create, basically.
Mise en scène.
Mise en scène, yes.
Mise en scène.
Yeah.
So French.
And again, it's really hard. I'm gonna go with 2049 because I think what they did in the new one is they took everything that worked in Blade Runner, which to be fair is almost everything about Blade Runner.
It's basically the whole movie.
Yeah, and they just pushed it a little more. It's more cramped.
It's so cool how they make. Okay, but like when you see the trailer, you're kind of like, I don't know about this.
Yeah.
And then you actually see how like all the virtual reality interacts with the reality, and you're like, oh my
and
god!
they did really cool things with that, with the like emancipator and everything.
I agree with you. It's like I love how in the original they did make a lot of like the miniatures, and like they really tried their best to be like, if you're seeing this, you can interact with it. This one really difficult to do because you can't really make a hologram look that great in real life yet. But they did a fucking fantastic job.
Another really hard category, best music.
Woo!
Drum roll and say it at the same time.
Okay.
The
Best
original.
music.
No,
I thought we were doing the categories. The original.
Okay, you agree?
I agree as
Okay.
well. Yeah, I think you can't really. I love how the composer of the second one tried to like make it feel more. Maybe because I was in an IMAX theater and like literally shaking because it was so loud.
I was in a regular theater and it was also shaking.
Holy shit! It was just like.
Yeah, it's really, really cool.
Like I loved whenever they would bring in like the old music. You'd just be like.
If you actually look into the original score of Blade Runner, a lot of it was like somehow organic and electronic at the same time, and it's just so iconic and hard to top. What are we drum rolling for?
I thought the next category, Alex.
Oh, okay. Best spoops.
Alex, for those of you who don't know, what's a spoops?
The spoops is when you get all chilled out.
You're just
No,
like,
not chilled out.
"Whoa!"
When you get a chill on your spine, the opposite of chilled out.
Yeah.
And it's just like creepiness. Who did spoops better?
Who? I'm gonna say the original.
For the sake of some debate, I will say 2049.
Oh, were we gonna be the same again? Are we twinning? We're twinning.
Twinning. All right. Why do you think the original?
When they're talking on the roof and they have that conversation of like, is my life less valuable than yours? You're just like, whoa. And maybe that means more now because we are getting closer to artificial intelligence actually taking over. That seems like a more believable scene versus 2049, which is more just like, we should have like similar rights and we should just like, we can reproduce and stuff, where the other one was just very raw.
I'm gonna go with 2049 because Specifically, Ryan Gosling's character goes through like 2 opposite revelations throughout this, where he's like, I can't spoil it, but he's like, and really don't listen to this if you want to watch the movie because it's a lot. And I think that is way scarier. All right, I think we're gonna skip right on to Who Wore It Better, Blade Runner or Blade Runner 2049? The original.
I'm going to say the same too. Because without the original, we would not have this fantastic movie, obviously.
Yep.
The original is perfect.
I'm not even that big a Blade Runner fan. I had a film studies minor and I watched it maybe 4 times. You can write about it for hours and hours. Just one of those movies that's just always going to be there. It totally stands the test of time.
So, that was Who Wore It Better. I hope you guys liked it. If not, we don't really care because we have great self-esteem.
Woo!
What is some music we can listen to?
Oh my god, if you're looking for some sick music to listen to, look no further than Look at Your Hands. Look at Your Hands. By Tune Yards.
Oh!
Yeah.
I'm like, what's on them?
Yeah, no, seriously, look at your hands. Meryl Garbus is one of my heroes. She's
Great
so
name.
cool. Nicky Knack was their last album, and it was so good. Tune Yards have another album coming out soon. It feels like an 80s dance song, basically. But yeah, it's good stuff. Look at your hands.
Look at your hands.